And we're live. Hello, everyone. You already know I'm Pat Nash from Pat Nash Talks. I know you're used to seeing me on Sunday night, but this is a special edition because I have a special guest today. So I have here with me in the flesh, Mr. Adrian, I'm not going to mess this up, Consonery.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. And you had to talk to him. You had to meet him. So I took a special day just to sit down here in Atlanta and talk to this young man before I go back home to Oklahoma. So I want you to meet him and for you to know who he is, because I'm already blown away. And we're going to talk to him. I'm going to introduce you to him and get used to seeing him incidentally. I'm not going to give it all away. I'm going to just say who he is, and I'm going to give him a few minutes to tell you guys, introduce himself, tell you guys who he is. And then you know me. I'm going to get into the conversation because Pat Nash Talks is conversation straight from the heart. And we usually just have a chit chat. And he already knows. He already knows. He already knows this show is about relationship. But keep in mind, this is so cool. We have a relationship. I respect him. I know what he's doing. I'm trying not to give it all away. I know what he's doing. I know his effort. I know his heart. And relationships are the currency of life. And so just being connected and locking arms with his brother so that he can share with you what he does, how he's going to make a difference in the community, he had to be here. So I'm not going to go anymore. You know I can keep going because that's what I do. Pat Nash Talks. She talks. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to let Mr. Adrian introduce himself and give you just a little snippet about why I'm over here just really floored at the wisdom of this man. Okay, take it away.
Well, first off, I have to say thank you because you did take the time off to make this even possible.
Absolutely.
So I am definitely grateful.
Yes.
I am Adrian Consonery Jr. I am running for Georgia Secretary of State, but I am also a two-time published author. I'm the CEO founder of Lifeline Initiative Incorporated. And I just love business and love people, but I'm also the young adult leader at Bridgepoint Church for our 412 ministry. So there's a lot that we can talk about today.
I know. It's like, I know a lot of that, but I have a feeling, just like you, we're going to discover several layers of the person or several layers of the character of this man. And I'm blown away. I mean, I'm not going to give his age. It doesn't matter. What matters is the wealth of knowledge that he has and the passion and the heart that he has for justice, the people in his community, and the willingness to do something about it. You know how many people will just sit up and talk about it and complain and don't do anything?
And it is, I'll be honest with you, that is something that I don't like to do. I'm a big advocate for if you see a problem and you know how to fix it,
do it.
Be the one to fix it.
Yeah. So speaking of fixing it, you guys, he is running for office right here in Georgia. I can't wait, right? I'm trying to be patient and sit back and say, okay, go ahead and tell him who you are. But I find that the hardest thing to do is I wouldn't even say brag, it's just to tell people who you are and what you do right off the bat, because it comes off kind of salesperson. Mm-hmm. So a lot of times I meet people, I don't tell them I'm an author or a motivational speaker. I just start talking.
Right.
And so I wouldn't say that's how my producer, Miss Angee, started labeling my show Pat Nash Talks, because she's like, hey, you know how to talk. So, Adrian, what office are you running for in Georgia? Because I need people to know this, especially my Georgia people. Listen, I know some of y'all can't, nobody else can do anything about it, but Georgia, this man is running for office. So tell us what you're doing.
Absolutely. Well, first off, I will say that even if you are out of state and you can't vote for me, you can still help and share the campaign and let everyone know. But I'm going to let you know what it is that you'll be sharing. So I'm running for the Secretary of State office here in Georgia, and I will be on your ballot next year for the 2026 midterms. But what my office is going to be over is elections, anything dealing with elections, whether it be election security or making sure that people have access to the polls, access to mail-in ballots, all of that nine. But I'm also over the business division when it comes to corporations, getting your LLCs certified with the state, or your actual professional licensing. So if you're a nurse and you have to get your licensing there,
That's amazing.
you have to do like your barbering license, different things of that nature. And of course, I'm also over the Georgia securities market. So that is everything when it comes to our investing, all of our corporations participating in that market,
Yes.
and making sure that those practices are actually firm and based. So anything when it comes to commerce, anything that when it comes to how we move business goes through the Secretary of State office. And I'm your guy to make sure it's efficient.
Yay. I'm telling you, almost every area you touched on. I'm not a big, I would say, political strategist or whatever, but I named this talk politically correct, because if you know me, I hate debate. I hate all this political talk and all of that. But I have one saying that I say all the time: I'm with you when you're right. So politically correct made sense because he's right. He's right in what he wants to do. I can get behind that. So I'm glad you told the people how, if we don't live here any longer. Y'all know Georgia was my home. I still feel like I'm at home when I'm here for over 23 years. And so I'm back in Oklahoma. I love my birth state. The people there are absolutely beautiful. So Oklahoma people and Texas people, where my family is, you know what you can do. Even though you can't vote in Georgia, you can share this man's message and share his heart and his passion, and your friends and everybody else that shares your page and who are friends of yours can go and do the right thing and vote for him. So you said next year. Mm-hmm. What month is that voting in next year?
So there are 2 times that you'll be able to vote for me. One is for the primary election that will be taking place in May 19th. And then we will also have, because that's for the primary election. Once the primary is done and I'm able to move forward into the general, you'll have November 4th when that takes place as well. And the great thing here in Georgia, we have early voting. So when that does take place, you'll be able to go through and you'll be able to make your voice heard at the polls. And it's something that, I'll be honest with you, I'm very happy that we have early voting.
Yes.
But I do feel as if voting itself should be celebrated a little bit more. And it should be given the correct time span for people to actually do their due diligence.
I like that.
It takes,
I really do.
It takes a government to understand that.
Well, I'm sure when it comes to you, you're going to make sure that that's heard, and that you can do something even on your own level to constantly talk about it, keep this in front of people, constantly talk about the importance of it. Because I'm going to say, I'm going to be the voice of me and other people I talk to. I've heard it said, doesn't matter if you vote, they're going to do what they want to do anyway. Can you please address that for the people? And y'all listen. I mean, it's frustrating when you're trying to do something that you know is good, and people you love and respect feel that way. Talk to us about that a little bit.
Well, I always start off with this. Whenever someone says that they feel as if their vote doesn't matter, or you feel as if your vote doesn't have power, they would not be fighting as hard as they do to make it to where you can't vote if it genuinely did not have power. I'm
going to use that.
Oh, absolutely.
I'll give you credit for it the first 2 times.
Well, I appreciate that.
After that, it's going to be what I say. So,
hey, look, I'm a firm believer that if it is written and it's good, then let it be known.
Yes.
But there are so many different aspects of what we live in this world where they do not want your voice to be heard. They're going to try everything in their power, everything that they can do in order to make it to where you are not heard. So that way they can continue with the will that they're wanting to do anyway. And so we live in what is known as a democratic republic, where you have the ability as the people to voice your opinions and voice your concerns.
Yeah.
And then you can also choose leaders to represent you in the rooms that you are not in. With this ability, you have 1/2 of a huge part of everything of what makes our whole government and what our country is great. But you have to be able to let your voice be heard every way possible. So when it comes to voting, please understand, they would not try to take it away if it did not have power.
I don't know how you can say that any better. So for the people who think your vote doesn't count, it does. It absolutely does. And I think a misplaced vote is probably worse than not voting. So when you go, know what you're doing and who you're voting for and what they what they believe in. Is there a way they could see what you believe in and what you're trying to do, what your agenda is? Is there some place that people could go and see that?
Oh, absolutely. If you were to go to my website, aj4ga.org, you'll be able to learn everything about me. aj4ga.org, yes. And what that website has, it has all of my information, everything about what I stand for, what I do, what I would like to do, and what I plan to do once I get into office. But also, you can use this other platform as well, so that you can learn about every candidate. It's called Ballotpedia, and it allows for you to go and research. Oh yeah. Ballotpedia allows for you to go and learn about every single person that will be on your ballot for every single race that you'll be able to do.
Is that just Georgia?
Every single one across the country. Ballotpedia. You want to be able to tap into that, because it's one thing for me to say, hey, come get a biased opinion about me. But what I want you to do is learn it for yourself. And the candidates that genuinely want you to know them will have their things on there. Ballotpedia. You want to make sure you go and check that out.
I just put it in my phone, you guys, because I have my little notes, and I'll just put it in here. And so do me a favor, if you guys are watching right now, hey, Mary, I see Mary clocking in and saying hello.
Hey, Mary.
Yeah, Mary is a diamond in the house, and we say that because she is usually supports on every single show.
Awesome.
And we know diamonds are valuable.
Very. I actually used to sell diamonds. So
no!
Yes.
We'll have to talk after.
I got you.
Connections over here. All kind of connections, you guys. This is why I say, really, lovingly but seriously, relationships are the currency of life. You never know who you're talking to and how you can help them and how they can help you, right? You never know that. So having this conversation with this brother, I'm so appreciative, because what I cannot lay claim to is I'm this just serious political person. So tell me this, how do you get excited, or how do you get involved in this in the first place? Don't tell me you were 5 and you already had your president's hat on.
Well,
you did.
I won't sit here and lie. That was actually the first goal that I ever told my parents I wanted to do.
No way. You told them you wanted to be president.
Yep. And when Barack
that was,
Obama got
I was going to say, was that before?
Oh, that was way before.
Way before.
Way before. And don't get me wrong, when he got elected, it was bittersweet, because like, he beat me to it. But that's okay.
I love this. You don't understand. I love that confidence and I love that energy. Because that means you can see it.
Oh, yeah.
You can see yourself there.
Absolutely.
And if you can do it.
But the thing is, I don't want, like, as I've gotten older and I've learned about how government works, and I've learned about where my passion truly lies. My passion is for the people. My passion is for the voice and making sure that the voice is heard everywhere. So don't get me wrong. Yes, the president is a great position. It's got all the accolades and everything.
But that is not the most powerful thing for your community, right?
It's not how I can make the immediate impact to let people know that they matter.
Wow.
I will say this, like, especially right now in the political climate that we are existing in.
Yes.
The president position is only as powerful as the elected officials that are underneath it, that give it the precedence.
That is you.
Right. So, like, right now, what we are living in, and I'm not really necessarily talking against anything, right? Well, actually, you know what? No, I'm dropping the formalities. Right now, we have a Republican-controlled House and Senate. That is how you make any law in this country.
So they have that on lock.
They have that on lock. And then you also have a predominantly conservative Supreme Court, which is how they make different rulings about how anything can happen and anything can take place. And then you have a Republican president. Now, here's the thing. With everything of what's going on, and all of us have watched Schoolhouse Rock. If you haven't, you need to go watch it before they ban that too.
Yes, it's kind of educates you on how things should.
Honestly, but there's supposed to be this level of checks and balances. And if everything
is disappearing,
it is disintegrating.
Wow, and I never would have thought that the United States of America would allow that to happen. I don't know what is going on to where it is being allowed. But it is blowing my mind that we would allow this to happen. I may not be this political strategist, but as an individual who lives currently in the United States, I'm saying that because I saw my Ghana brother. Someone who currently lives in the United States, it is end times type stuff. It's like this is unbelievable that you could allow this type of disregard for a democratic society.
Right.
Yes.
It is, I'll say this. It's not only that it's been allowed, it's that it's still being tolerated. Because allowing it to take place, like allowing the election to happen and everything like that, like, okay, that in on itself, it happened.
Yes.
Now we have to sit and deal with what we're living in, but the toleration that we're seeing for some of the things that would not have been tolerated in any course or fashion, not even 20 years ago, is insanity to me. And so what I will say for everyone who is watching, if you know that you have a problem with something that is going on, whether it be in your local community, with your state government, or even nationally, your voice must be heard. You have to speak up about it.
How can you do that?
Oh, there are plenty of ways.
Please give us just one or two ways that we can do something other than be shocked and appalled, like, what is going on?
So I'm going to give for the local, the state, and the federal of how you can get involved. First and foremost, when it comes to the local, you have to go to town halls. You have to go to the town meetings because that is where all of your elected officials are. That is where everything is taking place. You want to make sure that you're there. And you want to participate in local elections as well. Like right now, here in Georgia, we have a local election that is coming up all across the state where we have mayoral races where people can go and be the mayor of your city. We have city council elections that are happening where a lot of decisions are made in tandem with the mayor. And we also have school board going on. So if you don't like how things are going in the school, make sure you go and you vote for that. And let's not forget, there is a huge race that is actually a statewide race happening within this local election, Public Service Commission. Now, what that Public Service Commission does, if you do not know why your power bill has been so high, if you got Georgia Power and it's been so high. Oh yeah. And now I'm gonna use this as
bring it home. Bring it home. Because sometimes it doesn't affect us.
Right.
Thank you, Cheryl. My sister said, interesting. It's interesting because a lot of us just don't know what to do. So when you don't know what to do, you do nothing.
Absolutely.
So go ahead, talk about the.
Oh no, you're good. The Public Service Commission, they're the ones who regulate everything when it comes to commissions of services that you get. So that is also making sure that there is a cap on certain prices that you have on your utility bill. And you can vote on that. That is politics. So anytime money is going through and following into any form of fashion, that is an ability that you have where you can let your voice be heard. Because I'm a firm believer that VOTE is an acronym, Voice of the Economy. And if you do not use your voice,
the voice of the economy.
The voice
and it's so true. It's so true. And we're suffering right now because we're not willing to speak out in some very important areas. And that I want to say we're allowing some foolishness to go on, but it's true.
Right. And so here's the thing. Yes, it starts locally. Everything starts locally because I'm gonna bring it to a sociology standpoint. The family, like in sociology, we are taught the family is the most basic unit of any measure when it comes to a society. The family is the most basic. From the family, it goes to two families, which makes a neighborhood. And then from two neighborhoods, well, now you have a city. Now you have a whole bunch of things, and it just continues to grow and grow and grow. So that's why we're starting with locally first. You have to do and participate in these local elections, but you also have to participate in all of the local things that take place. If you're a parent with a student in school, you need to go to the PTA meetings because I promise you, there are some things there that are happening that you can control when it comes to your child's education. So you want to make sure of that. And let's go into the state. Well, before I leave the local, because I got some friends.
I like it that you expanded it.
Yeah.
Like families.
Right.
Community.
It just continues to grow.
Yes.
So, but I have to, before I leave this local spot, I have to talk about this.
Please do.
Guys, I have some personal people who are running for some different positions across the state in these local elections. and you want to go and hear them. You want to go and talk to them. You want them to represent you. Like I've got it, for instance, there's another young man that's running for mayor of Marietta.
Oh,
And
who is that?
His name is Sam Foster.
Okay.
He is doing
Sam
an
Foster.
immaculate job of going in and letting it be known the problems that are persisting within the community that people don't want to talk about. And he is bringing it to the forefront. And we have had a mayor that has been in this position consecutively for some years who has not done anything about these problems. And so now he is addressing them, wanting them to be a change, wanting for people to be heard, and he is running in Marietta. You have someone who is running for school board in Atlanta, and his name is Royce Mann. Royce is a good friend of mine. Absolutely doing a great job.
We need to have these men on a conversation.
I mean,
talk about what they're doing in their community in Georgia.
Oh, absolutely.
That's what we need to do.
Absolutely. I would love to connect.
Okay.
And then we've got, like, especially with the Public Service Commission, you have Peter Hubbard and you have Dr. Alicia Johnson, people who are qualified to be in these positions, but they're not just running with their qualifications, they're running with you in mind. They're running with you, the person, not just the constituent, the person.
Not just the title of the job, but
right.
really making a change in their community.
Absolutely.
And this has been like a thread in our shows from all the Level Up Nation Network is conscious movement in your community.
Right.
Being conscious of what you're doing and what you're putting out. Because like you said, you bring it home, it's going to affect your family.
Right.
It's going to affect your neighbors, and it's going to affect your community, your county, your state.
Right.
It keeps rolling out, you guys. So that's so important. It's so important that you have these talks. And y'all know that, I mean, you know, I like to talk, and I like to talk about what people do and who they are. So right now, he mentioned Marietta. He mentioned the city of Atlanta. Where else did you mention? You mentioned
the entire state of Georgia.
The entire state of Georgia.
Yes.
So as we're talking and having this, what is coming to mind right now, you guys not only like this, but share it. You know, people, I see my sister doing that. She lives in Texas, but she knows one of her good friends, Penelope, lives here in Georgia. She just tagged her.
Absolutely.
So you guys.
Hey, Penelope.
Yes. And you guys drop in, put your name there and all of that. But what you can do is share this with somebody you know lives in Georgia. You know lives in Marietta. You know lives in the city of Atlanta is going to be affected by this.
Right.
This is why we do it. We're having this conversation because he's an interesting person and I'm learning a lot. And that's my brother. And I'm going to tell you, yeah. And he's also, can I give him a little hint of what's coming?
Sure.
Okay. So Level Up Nation, which is the platform that I'm on. We a platform of shows. Level Up Nation with Pat Nash Talks and Dr. Tony. Tony D, Kim, and Bertie, all of these shows that we have in Level Up, we're on a platform called Level Up Nation. And we talk to people, everyday people with extraordinary stories. And so he is here because he's extraordinary in what he wants to do. His heart and his passion is in it. It's not about a job for him. It's about a life change for his people, for his family, for his neighbor, for his friends. And I hook up with people like this. It's like, that's my tribe. My tribe is someone who sees past their family into the neighborhood and into the community, international, because you know I've been back and forth to Africa and other places. So it's a big deal, you guys. What you can do is share this. This is going to be on here. Nobody's taking this off of Facebook. Knock on wood.
Yes,
Nobody's taking this off of Facebook. But share, you guys, with people you care about and they live in these areas. Take this and share. It's that simple. Share what we're doing right now. And it's going to be up. And if you didn't catch it live, hit replay and tag somebody. So all I'm saying is that is your job. So don't look and say, I don't have nothing I can do. I live in New York. I live in St. Louis. I live in Alabama. There's nothing I can do. Do that here, because what happens is people see that a change happened in Georgia because we got behind people who want to make a difference in our community. And other people catch on, especially with Atlanta. Atlanta is like it has a reputation of being out front to start things especially for people of color. Let's keep it real. To start things, to make things progressive. Atlanta has that reputation. It has the most black millionaires than anywhere. So it has a reputation. Let the reputation be a good one that cares about its community, and then watch other states start doing it. Because, I mean, you know, hey, if you're the leader, lead. What do they say? Lead, follow, or get out the way. Right. So if Georgia's going to be a leader, we're going to share that people like you want to make a difference and get behind them and stop going with the status quo and the what do you call it? The little idiosyncrasies. Oh, the vote doesn't matter anyway. That's not true. Right. That's not true. It matters. Or they wouldn't try to keep you from doing it. See, says Mr. Consonery. What is that? Who is that?
That's
Consonery.
Yes, and my sister actually just gave some fantastic things. Hey, Ariel. She actually I love my sister.
I love her too.
She actually just dropped into the chat what is going on. We have early voting starting on October 14th, going all the way through to October 31st.
Thank you.
And so that allows for you to have some time, take some time out of your schedule, and try to get some things laid out so that way you can prepare to go and vote. Because you have to go and let your voice be heard. You have to make sure that this is happening and make sure that this is something that you can go and do, because we can no longer afford for our voices to not be heard when it comes to this. So October 14th, go out and vote, or all the way through to the 31st. And if you can't make it then, that's fine. Election day itself is November 4th.
Okay.
Yeah, no, this is just for the local elections.
Local elections. Yes.
Trust me, I want people, here's the thing.
Get in the habit of doing it before next year when you got
no, it's not even the habit. I've been working on making sure that people have the education necessary to always let your voice be heard.
Yes.
I do not wish that anybody, even if I don't agree with you politically, you still deserve to have your voice heard.
Right.
And there should be no barrier
but
to
that is what we've always believed in.
Right.
Not necessarily being done, but that is what we believed in.
Absolutely.
And it works, you guys. It works when you work it. So I'm glad that everybody's chiming in. Oh, proud of you, son. Oh.
Thanks, Dad.
Oh my gosh, y'all, this is what it's about. I'm telling you. We talked to some people in Africa and they were saying the difference is they support each other as a family.
Right.
We're learning that. And I see the powerful evidence of that. Your family coming to your support and believing in what you're doing.
Oh, yeah.
How important is that for you right now?
I'm sorry. Awesome. Thank you. Akwaba. I genuinely appreciate my family in everything, honestly.
Yes.
My mother, my father, they have instilled in me a lot. Actually, to shout them out for a second, my mother is a counselor, and my father is he's an elder, but he is also a mechanic. And their whole professions are based around identifying a problem and becoming the solution to it.
I love that.
And so that affected everything with me. Did you just tag John Ossoff? That is hilarious. I love it.
I don't even know what that is. But that's Mary. That's our guy. She will,
Absolutely. John Ossoff, Keisha Lance Bottoms, Andre Dickens. Absolutely. Yes. I look forward to talking with all of them very, very soon about how we can make sure that elections are heard everywhere and doing this election protection. That is amazing. Thank you so much. But I will say, like, when it comes to my family and what they've invested into me, I just have to make sure I give them the best return on investment. And that is my absolute best. Because my parents, they have sacrificed since before I was born to establish that we would have something here. My parents tell me the story all the time. When they first got married, they waited a week and then they said, no, we think the best soil for our family to grow is going to be in Georgia. And so they moved from Louisiana to Georgia a week after getting married.
Wow. And what part of Louisiana?
Oh, South Louisiana, Donaldsonville, Vacherie area.
I know where it is.
Oh, yeah, the 225.
Yes. Look, Louisiana folks, y'all vote for this, or tell people to vote for this young man. I know it's a lot of people in Louisiana that live in Georgia. Oh, yeah. I know that. Oh, yeah. So, yes. So, go ahead.
No, you're good. I absolutely love everything about what my family has done and just the sacrifices that they continuously make. And so I want to make sure, because even right now, we have a new addition to the family. I have a niece who is just a bundle of joy, and she is slowly becoming more active and getting into everything. And I look at her and I am filled with this different feeling of, I want to make sure that she doesn't have to do what I'm doing.
You almost feel like a parent. It's like,
almost. Only I get to give her back.
I was gonna say it's even better. It's even better. I get called auntie from people, right? From my nieces and my nephews.
Yeah.
But I love the fact that I can pour into them without the responsibility of being the parent.
Right.
And I can love on them, like you said. And it's like, okay, parents, then y'all need to do something about it.
Right.
So I get it. And I ask you, what is the effect of your life now and your choice based on how your family supports you? Because a lot of times that is a sore spot for a lot of people.
Right.
And so just the fact that your parents have taken the time to pour into you, I'm going to hit them up, because the stories they're saying to you could bless someone else too. They could be landmarks, or they can be, what would you call it, examples for other families. So I don't know if you know this, Angee and I have Nash Publishing, and we're encouraging people like your parents to leave their story. I don't care if it's just for your kids or your grandkids. You can put it out there and sell it if you want. But if you're nothing but for that, nobody has to guess what you went through, because he may forget your story, right? He may be like, I remember they told me this, but I don't know everything that went down before this. Guess what? If it's written down, now they can look at it and they're like, oh, no wonder they acted like that. No wonder they wanted that for me. They never had that opportunity.
Oh, yeah.
That's why they want it for you.
Oh.
And so I think the beauty of putting those words down, and it doesn't go away. It's just priceless, because I love what they decided for you guys. This is the best place to grow our children in Georgia soil. We're going there. We're going to just pick up and move and go. I think that is incredible.
And it's a beautiful thing, because they didn't even have us yet. Like, they had literally just gotten married, everything like that. They were like, how are we going to start our life? Let's start it in Georgia.
And I need to have them here on the show.
Hey, I hope they listening.
I mean, it's a big deal, because when you plan for something and you can see it, I always say this: if you can see it, you can seize it. So if they can see this is the best place to give their kids a fighting chance before you even hear it, you were thought of.
Right.
That's actually a spiritual thing,
Oh, very.
So, yeah.
Very.
So they came and they sacrificed whatever they were doing and whatever they thought about doing, because I need to be in the best place for them as I'm planning for them to come forward. And look at you now, about to be a state of Georgia politician that's going to make a difference. That's going to be politically correct.
Right.
I love that.
Right.
Okay, I'm not going to keep talking. I'm going to let you.
No, this is your show.
It's my show, but my show is here to highlight you. These are relationships, you guys. When you have a relationship with him and he is in office, I see that. He is in office. You can say, hey, I remember when you were having this conversation. I'm behind you. What can I do? Ask not what he can do for you first. What can I do for you? And then it's a reciprocal relationship. So I love that. I love it's like, hey, you were there for me. What's your concern? Let me talk to you. Let me see if it's something I can do to make your concerns better. Is that real? Does that happen? Which is why you're saying get involved?
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
So I will say this. There is, because this is going back to that whole power that we were talking about. There is no power that exists if not given. No one has any type of power over you except God Almighty himself. And we have to be able to take our stand and stand firm in the foundation of knowing that we hold the power as the people, and that must be heard, it must be amplified, and it must be valued. And that is what I am pushing on. That is what I am leading by. Because here in Georgia, there has been far too many instances when the people have not been heard, or the people have been neglected, and we cannot allow that to continue on. So, I is it right if I
please.
Okay.
Please.
So, because we asked about how do you even get involved into something like this.
Yes.
And my biggest thing that happened with me was because I didn't always used to be like this politically driven. Like I did always have political dreams, but I wasn't as invested in it as I am now. But in 2020, my vote was challenged. Yes.
Oh yeah, you have to tell us this story.
So when I was a student at Grambling State University, go Tigers, I sent in my absentee ballot. And at the time, I was ready to vote for John Ossoff and Raphael Warnock to make sure that they would be my senators. I wanted that. And at the same time, that was also the race between Joe Biden and Trump. And I was ready to put my voice in there. And as I sent my ballot, I got notice saying, hey, you have 3 days to come back to the state to prove you are who you say you are, or else we're throwing out your ballot.
That is ridiculous.
It is extremely
This
ridiculous.
stuff happens, you guys. It happens. You're listening to someone, and it happened to him on the voting side, but you're saying it doesn't matter about your vote? Go ahead.
No, you're good. Because you were about to probably go down the same route I was. My problem that transpired is the fact that this didn't happen just once, this happened twice. And for this to happen in 2 times in the same election cycle, where it is a very pivotal moment where we are in the midst of a shutdown, everything is going on, everybody remembers 2020 like it was yesterday. But my biggest issue was that it happened. I know back in 1965, I was given the right to vote.
Yes.
1965, we had the Voting Rights Act take place, and there were a plethora of people in that room who fought for my right to vote, and I thought that that was all I needed. I did not realize that for 60 years, the whole fight was going to be continuing on and on and on, and that is not okay. Because I am not trying to sit here and say, oh, I have the answers, I have all the answers. No, but I have a voice, and I have an opinion about how I would like this country ran. So why am I sitting here not being able to let my voice be heard? And then I started working in the fields of voter advocacy and voter registration, education, protection all across the nation, working with a plethora of nonpartisan spots.
That's what ignited your...
Oh yeah. It was the incident that ignited me.
Yes,
the fire kept growing as I went to communities and found out that it was happening to them too.
Wow.
So I started working everywhere. I started talking with as many people as possible, going from community to community, letting them know the resources that they have necessary in order to hold their elected leaders accountable, knowing how they can actually get their voice heard, and where do they need to go to make some things take place.
Wow.
So now I stand before you and I realize that, okay, I can do as much as I want on the outside, but this system isn't going to change until a catalyst comes in and changes it.
You said so much in that. You said, I heard you say that a problem ignited your passion. And I'm in the habit of saying, for every problem, there's a person to help solve that problem. But if you're not, I wouldn't say brave enough, but if you're not bothered enough to move into action, I don't even think you have the right to complain about it, honestly. Why are you going to complain about something that you're not bothered enough to move? There was an old saying we said about when it hurts enough, they'll move. And it was an image that was shared, a story that was shared about an old hound dog sitting on the porch crying. And they're like, why is he crying? Well, he's laying on a nail. When it hurts enough, he'll get up and move. So I just thought that just came to my mind when you were talking about how your vote was challenged. You wanted your voice to be heard. You did something about what you wanted, and it was still challenged. Like, I'm not going to even let you do it.
Right.
Until you come here, which was an inconvenience. And a lot of times when people are inconvenienced, they don't do it. And that is why it's inconvenience. That's why polls are challenged, stuff is shut down, all of that. So I really love that you shared that one point. That's going to give me something to say to people. If your vote never counts and doesn't matter, there would not be so much effort to keep you from doing it. So think about that on the way home. And when you get home.
Absolutely.
So I'm going to ask you this, because I know politics is just one area that you know you can be in to make a difference in your community. I love the fact that that is a position or an office, but there's so much more to you and so many other conversations you want to have, which is why you're going to be one of the men
Yes.
on our Men Talk show. So Level Up Nation is working on a men show that are only going to be men. Ladies, you're not going to ever be guests on this show. These are going to be men talking about things. It's okay. I think men need to have a voice about things that bother men or things that excite men. It's going to be men talking. When I tell you this thing is going to be fire, because you have people in all different aspects of life that are passionate, and they will have a chance to talk about it. And we will have to sit there and listen, ladies. I think it's so funny because I was like, okay, so if this is a spinoff of my show, am I going to get to be on there? No, ma'am. This is for the men. Now you can introduce them. So I have introduced you to one. And then it's so funny that on yesterday, Andre was a guest on Level Up Nation with me. Mm-hmm. He's the second one. And we didn't plan this, so this is so cool that one at a time we're introducing these men, and when they come together, it's going to be straight fire. I'm telling you. So, just a little sneak peek. What are you guys going to talk about? Just politics?
No, we're talking everything. Everything manhood, everything about what it takes to be in the home, what does it take for us to go and let people know how men think. We're going to get into some deep topics. We're also going to get into some shallow topics. I'm going to be honest.
I'm so excited.
I'm looking forward to going through the whole diaspora of what manhood is. And that goes from football to family. So what we can do as a people, as a group, is just make sure that people know, hey, this is a spot where men can be men. This is a spot where we can talk.
And ain't nobody going to get mad. And I'm telling you, if you do, good. Go share it and talk about it. Because that's all it's going to do is just add fuel to the fire and to the flames. It's going to be hot. I'm really, really excited about it. Mm-hmm. I'm going to tell you right now, I don't have to be on the show. I love the fact that we have live conversation, like people are commenting now.
Yes.
So y'all will know that I will be watching and I'll be like, but wait a minute. Don't matter. But wait a minute. Did y'all consider this? So it's going to be cool. It's going to be cool that I get to sit back and analyze what you said. And I'm going to be honest with you. I have a lot of male friends. And when I did relationship coaching, the women say, you're on the man's side. No, I'm with you when you're right. But you're not always right. So I am with you when you're right, which is why I'm so glad I had an opportunity to talk to him about politics and about what it takes, the heart that it takes to be a good politician and change. I would even say change the image of being a politician, because a lot of people now think all politicians do is lie and get money. And to meet you and to be able to talk about your heart and your passion and giving voice to the people and helping your community and beyond, that's something I want to get behind. And that's something that will change even the image of that to a positive one. Right. And that's all we've been talking about, is being conscious of the image that we're putting out in the culture. And so this is just another conscious culture relationship talk that we're having. So and we got some time, you guys. So if you think about it, something that you always wanted to ask, don't be scared. This is the platform to do it. Ask Adrian. So I'm gonna love it because he is. you're gonna have to help me with that.
My concern is the mail-in ballots. I'm an amputee in a wheelchair. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you right now, as someone.
I love this. Thank you, Angela.
First off, thank you for sharing. Thank you. As someone who had their mail-in ballot challenge, I know the importance of it. And a lot of times, there is a side of politics where they like to say that mail-in ballots are fraud. And I'm going to tell you right now, that's not true. Because mail-in ballot, the full-fledged mail-in ballot system is used on a plethora of different platforms. It's also used for how our military votes whenever they are stationed away somewhere else. So if they are in a whole different state, let alone a whole different country, halfway across the world, they use mail-in ballots in order for them to let their voice be heard. So that's a big thing. And if we do away with the mail-in ballot system, you're also taking away their right to vote. Now, a lot of people will say, well, I trusted the mail-in ballot system for them. I trust it for them. Okay, cool. Now let me bring it to students, like how I was.
Yes.
Because there are a lot of students who have the ability to go and get a higher education at an esteemed university outside of their home state. And so with that, they still call that state home. And they would love to still participate where they're going to move back once they have the knowledge that they went to school for. So if you take away their ability to vote by mail in that regard, you are silencing, yet alone, another demographic of people who can better help with the voice of the economy. And then if you take away the mail-in ballot system from people within your same demographic of amputees and those who are physically disabled,
Yes.
they cannot allow their voice to be heard because
So
not
glad
everyone.
you're saying this. I'm so glad you're saying this.
Not everybody can make it to a voting precinct. We're just going to call it what it is. Not everyone can make it in because there is a situation when it comes to that some people are not able to make it in there. That's where that's where disability comes from. We're just going to say that you are not able. So we need to go forward and ADA compliance and give you a necessity, give you a pathway that you can let your voice be heard. And so that should not be infringed upon. Also, and I'm just going to say this, voting is a state's issue. Voting should never be talked about as far as a federal concern or ever under any type of federal jurisdiction. I'm sorry. When it comes to voting, that is a states' rights issue. So anything that comes from the top talking to the bottom about anything when it comes to having some unilateral federal voting process is wrong and unconstitutional. And it does not fly and it won't fly under me.
I love it. Okay, I'm gonna have to move back just so I can vote. No, I'm just joking. Mary said, "Are you gonna be
do any commercials to help your campaign?
Yeah.
To help you?" So absolutely. In fact, if you do follow my social media pages or anything like that, you would definitely be able to help out with that regard of really circulating the things that I have out now. But I do absolutely plan on doing some ads and some commercials. But my biggest thing of what I'm doing is actually groundwork of going forward and meeting people face to face. I actually just came back from Perry, Georgia, not too long ago. That's like 2 hours away from here. And it's a beautiful spot in middle Georgia. I've also gone to Dade County up in the corner of the state, and I'm planning on going down to the southern counties very, very soon. So I'm really looking forward to that. But yes, I will be doing something in that regard. But if you would like to help me to get those ads out, because unfortunately, ads take money. And gas is something that has to happen. So we do need donations in order to make this a possibility. But you and I working together can make that possible. And yes, we do need volunteers.
I saw that. I was like,
we absolutely need volunteers. But I wouldn't necessarily call it volunteers. I would call it people that believe in the dream. People that are sick and tired of being sick and tired. I need you. So that way you can go forward and let people know that this is how change is going to happen. I am not saying that I am a savior. I'm saying that I am a servant. And I'm ready to serve you, Georgia. I'm ready to serve in a capacity that has not been done. I am ready to serve in a capacity that will allow you to feel valued. I'm not here to get my name in lights. But if lights come with saying the truth, so be it. But I am here to make sure that you are served. So if there is a way that we can make that happen, let's work together. I need people all over the state to make it to where we can make stuff happen. And I would love to work with each and every single one of you. So if you would like to volunteer and give your time and your sweat equity to this campaign, let's make it happen.
Thank you, Mary. And see, that's why Mary is a diamond.
Absolutely.
She's priceless when it comes to support and getting the word out. And even music videos or videos or getting ads and things like that. She worked on the last presidential campaign to do videos to say, go vote. Go vote for yes, she did. And so
please email me.
Yes. And we put up www.aj for Georgia or aj4ga.org. So if you have any more questions, trust me, he has an outstanding support. So if he doesn't grab it and get that information to you, the other people who are working with him currently will. And they need some help too. Yes, they need some help. They need some help. Anytime you have something of this magnitude that you're trying to do, the more people that come in and lend their hands and their support, the better. I'm thinking we're almost, I know you don't believe it, but I told you it goes fast.
Really?
Yes. We're almost there, like 10 minutes before it's been an hour. 10 minutes. See? I mean, like, we start talking, it's like, I told him, I said, yes, it's an hour, but trust me, it's going to be so quick, and it's going to be like, dang, we didn't get to cover everything. So, one thing we want to do, we always want to do a call to action.
Mm-hmm.
So do this, you guys. If you don't live here, you watch my show. Just like and share, like and share, like and share. If you do live here, like and share, like and share. And subscribe also. I'm on YouTube, the Pat Nash, on Instagram, on Facebook. The more you do things like that, the more I'm able to bring superstars, or I would say, the more I'm able to bring people who are trying to make a conscious effort to change things for the better on the show. And then we can support them. That's how the commercials come. That's how all the things that we need to do can come. So like, share, subscribe. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe on YouTube. Did you know that? And then just share it, because you're sharing his message. You may be sharing my show, but he's on my show saying what he says. And we need that. We need that. So I don't know if you can read that last.
Yes.
What's the question?
Well, that's actually, there goes my sister again, being a fantastic sister. Yes, on October 18th, I will be having an event taking place at Snack and Snow in Marietta. I would love to meet you guys in person. If you are here within the state, come on through to Cobb County. Let's go ahead, have a talk, have a chat. I would love to hear how you want the Secretary of State office to better serve you. So that way you can also hear about me, hear about my platform, and we can really get to a solution together. But also, I will be in Stockbridge participating in their breast cancer awareness event. So I look forward to that as well. And yeah, honestly, guys, I'm going to be all around the state. So if you want me to come and visit where you're at, please visit aj4ga.org and go ahead into the comment section. Say, hey, I want to help out. I want to support. Fill out that volunteer tab list, and let's go ahead and make some things happen.
I love it. I love it. I'm going to tell you what I'm going to do. All the way from Oklahoma, I'm going to continue to share this message. And then I'm going to ask him to come back as he's getting challenged, or he's seeing things changing or for the better, because I'm believing that's happening too, to come back and talk about how a relationship, how good connections and relationships can change things for you. That's all I ever want to do on this show, is talk about ways to create good relationships, lasting relationships that make your life better. There's nothing like it in the whole world. So I'm trying to, my director will be looking at me like, ma'am, you got just a few more minutes. So we got about 5 minutes. We've told you how to get in touch with, I'll say AJ, but.
Hey, AJ is perfectly fine.
We've shown you how to get in touch with him, how to share, how to help out here. And you guys, it's all about relationships. I promise you, almost anything you want to do or any problem you have, there's a person for it. There's a solution. So if you've been frustrated about voting, about the state of the economy, about anything, you can usually connect with the people who make a difference in that area and change some things. Don't think you can't do anything because it's just you. You can do as much as you're willing to do. And if you're willing to do something, if it hurts enough, you're gonna get up and move. You're gonna get up and move. If it irritates you enough, you're gonna move. And so I'm hoping that you make a move, especially when it comes to what he is trying to do for you, because it's not just about him, it's about everybody in the state of Georgia. I love Georgia. Georgia's still my second home. It's not my birth home. It's not my birth state. But it did give birth to a lot of things in me.
Oh, yeah.
Instilling some pride and entrepreneurship and owning your life and doing things that make a difference for you and a lot of other people. Georgia put that in me. So I love Georgia. You guys hit him up, support him. I think it needs to just keep getting better. Angela says she will share. Thank you, Angela. You're another diamond. You're always supporting, and I love that. And even though you talk about how you're in a wheelchair and you're an able-bodied disabled person, you have some challenges, but you're always out there supporting from what you can do. I just want to say I appreciate you. I appreciate you. You share a lot. So thank you.
Thank you.
You're doing what you can do. Thank you. And so we're about to wrap this up, but it ain't the last time you see him. You're going to get used to seeing him. You're going to get used to hearing his heart, because he'll share it. You ask him anything, he'll say it. And like you said, it could be some challenging subjects.
Yes.
It could be some challenging subjects, but what I love about him If you're willing to bring it up, he's willing to talk about it. Am I right?
Absolutely, absolutely.
So bring it. Go ahead and close us out because we have 2 minutes.
Absolutely. Well, first of all, again, I want to say thank you. Thank you so much for having me on here. Thank you to everyone who's been able to tune in and everyone who is going to tune in later when you're watching this. Guys, change will only happen if we make it happen. And we have to get into the habit of making sure that we take the initiative to do what is right the first time, especially when it comes to however we can be involved. I would love to talk with everybody. I would love to speak and see how we can get things going. But make sure to, make sure to go aj4ga.org and also make sure to go as well to my social media handles. You can go to aj4ga_ and you'll be able to see everything about the campaign there as well on Instagram. I look forward to serving you guys as your next Georgia Secretary of State.
I'm a fan. This brother is amazing. We talked offset a little bit. I asked him questions, and he was right there with the answer. So, yeah, you're right. Mary said thank you. Thank you. So with that being said, you guys, as always, I wish you love and light, peace and blessings until we meet next time with some extraordinary people who will talk, straight talk from the heart. You know, look, we're going to just talk about it. It's going to be our opinion. He already said your voice matters. So y'all don't be looking at me crazy when I say stuff. And if you're like, did she just say that? Yes. So with that being said, we love you and good night, good evening, good afternoon.